Craig, with Matthew Boyd, what did you see out of him the first several innings, and then kind of what unfolded there in the sixth?
Yeah, I mean, Matt pitched a really good game. He just pulled the change up a little bit on Edman, and he had a home run. Unfortunately, it wasn't a single. He had a home run, so he made a lot of good pitches tonight. Pitched really, really well.
Just what did you see from the hitters overall? Like, kind of were kept off balance all night.
Well, Yamamoto pitched very, very well. I mean, I'd go back and look. You just don't get many pitches to hit. He was on the corners when he was, early in the count. He was just on the corners, and so didn't feel like we ever got anything good to hit. Pitched really with split fingers, a really good pitch. Pitched a great game. I mean, it's tough to score when a guy's throwing like that.
You guys had an opportunity when Tucker doubled, and then just with Seiya, when he got the hit to the right, what did you see with him in that base running?
Yeah, I mean it's just not a spot to push it there, and he did, and that cost us an out, and that was unfortunate. That was really the only scoring opportunity we had. It didn't, I'm not sure we would have scored, to be honest with you, but obviously that was an opportunity.
Boyd, his slider got some nasty swings today. Just what has that pitch been doing for him within his repertoire?
Yeah, I mean, just everything's been good for Matt, and this was he pitched as good tonight as he did the first two nights. Like I said, it was he made a mistake and they made him pay for it. But the slider was good, the changeup was good, the fastball's on the corners, so he's throwing the ball really well.
What do you think of Ethan Roberts too in his appearance?
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's throwing the ball well in both appearances. I mean, he's got strikeouts against Ohtani and Corey Seager. That's pretty good, right? So he's throwing the ball well.
What did you just think of your outing overall? And I'm curious in the sixth, kind of walk us through some of the at-bats that led to the traffic and then the homer.
Yeah. They're a good ball club. And when, just missed on a pitch to Hernandez, kind of funny, the pitch to Hernandez and Edman. I got to go back and look at it. It kind of felt very similar, just a changeup that I just pulled a little bit. And then, just hit Freddie and put him on base. And, just it's unfortunate because, Edman's a really good hitter. And when you put some traffic on base and just miss a little bit, he took advantage. And unfortunately, that was the difference in the ball game. So, excuse me. Miggy was awesome behind the plate. Played great defense. It's just unfortunate that was the difference there. And, but yeah.
Craig said, still as good as you've been, though, in your appearance tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What has stood out to you about the way that all of your repertoire has been working in the early parts of this season?
I just give a lot of credit to Carson and Miggy back there, and Tommy and Casey. We've just in terms of game planning and preparing and just having a constant mix, have a very simple approach to attacking some guys. They've been awesome in preparing me for this, and it's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to go and compete each games. Tonight was a lot of fun. It sucks in terms of the side of the ball that we end up on it, but going to compete in an environment like this, it's what we plan for. It's what we expect to do, and all in all, it's yeah.
I know you're facing the Dodgers lineup, not necessarily Yamamoto, but just when you have a fast-paced pitcher's duel like that, what does that do for you in your own rhythm?
It's fun. It's what you want to be in. Those are the kind of games that you want to compete in when Yamamoto's throwing his best as well, and it's a welcome to challenge. Stings that I was on the wrong end of it. But it's something that you enjoy being a part of.
Mm-hmm. Faced the Dodgers like 3 series in the first month of the season.
Yeah.
Just explain the challenge that lineup presents to
Mm-hmm.
anyone.
Yeah, they're a very well-rounded lineup. You know, I think they have guys that, you know, won't strike out. They have guys that'll always give you a good battle at the plate. They have, you know, throughout the lineup, they have guys that can hit it out of the yard and work in at bat as well. So they're a well-rounded lineup. They have multi-dimensions to that, and it's like I said, it's always a welcome challenge. But you know, it's why they've had the success they've had.
The uncertainty with Justin Steele right now, just kind of what's the mood in the rotation among you guys, and knowing kind of the depth you have to hopefully make up for however long he's out.
Yeah, whatever, you know. Justin Steele is one of a kind, right? And there's, regardless of whatever the time that he's out, right? Whatever that may be, you can't replace Justin Steele because he's one of one. He's really talented. That being said, you know, we have, you know, it's that next man up mentality, and we have a very, very, you know, talented rotation. We have a lot of experience, and we also have a lot of young guys that are very talented. So when for however long that Justin's going to be down for, right, we have guys that can step up and perform in those roles, and we're excited for that. And that's what, as championship teams, that's what, you know, has to happen. So that's what, you know, we'll do, and we're lucky that we have depth.
It's very rare we see overtime.
Thank you.
Shota give you any advice?
Shota gives me lots of advice in baseball and other aspects, and I'll keep that between me and Shota. I'm grateful for his advice.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. It's you know, it's hard. You don't really see splitters that move like that in the low to mid 90s. But yeah, I thought we had a good plan going into it. You know, he's really good. You got to tip your cap to him. You know, there was some at bats personally. You know, thought I had a good at bat, and then you know, kind of got a pitch to hit and missed it. But you know, you win some, you lose some.
Obviously, sixth inning didn't go Matthew Phil's way, but just what have you thought about his body of work this season and how important he's been overall to his pitching staff?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think that's another guy who, you know, he went toe to toe with Yamamoto tonight, and just, you know, kind of, yeah, I thought he did an extremely good job. Again, just a guy who can locate 3-4 pitches and has a really good changeup, fastball, and slider.